Well, we've had 2 days of sunshine, so we're good now for the year, right?
Right. It's going to rain tomorrow.
God damn it.
I know. But we're almost there.
I love my Pacific Northwest. But this time of year, give me the sunshine.
I'm very much ready for the sunshine, especially because I feel like it's been so erratic lately, which I feel like that's weather everywhere, but it's been so fucking erratic that I'm just like it was so cold the other day, it almost snowed.
Yeah.
And it was like...
Well, it's been in the 30s every freaking morning. But the sun's up when the kids go to school. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah. I've noticed it. It's life. Being able to open the blinds and the sun coming through is like, okay, I can handle it. It's the best.
Mia comes down. She goes, I'm just so much happier with the sun. I'm like, that's called seasonal depression.
It is. Welcome to living in Washington because, Jesus Christ, you have to recognize that because otherwise it can get bad.
I would argue that New England was worse because you had so much snow.
I believe that.
So much snow. I can handle here better because there's not just heat of snow until May.
Yep.
And where we have the leaves coming out, I think like Vermont would be mid to end of May.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that I could see that as being rough.
I need my green.
Well, that's it. You need the green, but also the sun. It's just that I need vitamin D.
Yes.
In and around my life.
Texas saying something.
I know. Right. God damn it. I said it and then I was like, here it goes. Something's going to come out of somewhere.
Yep.
But no, it is like, it's a mood boost. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Shut me up. I'm done. Can I go to bed? I'm done.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
we got to do this first and then we can go to bed.
Okay, fine.
I just have my youngest tonight. My husband took my others to a hockey game. So we're going to go get... Taco Bell
is that what she wants?
McDonald's.
We have coming this weekend my little sister's birthday.
Maybe I shouldn't get Taco Bell.
Well, you can't have it like twice in 1 week?
That seems a little extravagant.
Why don't you shut the fuck up and enjoy your Taco Bell?
I'm sorry.
I would eat it twice in 1 week, without a doubt. I love Taco Bell, but you have to help me because I have to figure out what dessert we're doing for her. So, because we're doing Taco Bell at my mom's house.
Cake.
No, it needs to be something like kind of kitschy. Like she's not into like an actual dessert. She needs something like.
What about that bunt thing you had? That was amazing.
Yeah, but it needs to be on Taco Bell brand. We got to think about this. I'm going to make my Baja Blast margaritas.
Perfect.
But I'll make one for you with vodka.
A vodka Blast margarita.
Well, just a Baja Blast cocktail, if you will.
If you will.
If you will.
What makes it the Baja?
The Baja?
The Baja.
Well, I know they used to have a Baja cheesecake for a little while at Taco Bell, and I was like, if they had that and I could make like a tower. But you remember last year we made her a...
It was White Claws. It was like a diaper cake
with
but it was
white
Claws.
cake pops in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Baja is.
Like, what is the flavor of Baja? I don't drink the Baja Blast.
You're on drugs because it is so good. It is I'm not a big pop drinker. Baja Blast.
Pop. That is
what do you
pop.
call it?
No, I mean, from the Midwest, that's pop. But I don't know.
That's here too.
In New England, I always just said soda or Coke.
It's a tropical lime flavored soft drink.
Okay, what about like a key lime pie?
We could, but I want it to be Taco Bell.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna come to me.
It is. Like all the best things do just come to you.
That's what she said, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if you didn't do it, I was going to. So it had to happen. I was just seeing if they still have that cheesecake because I, of course, am in charge of it. But we are getting.
I am looking directly at a slushy machine right now.
No, I already.
That's going to be in the play.
That's going to be in the play. I told my mom that, and then or if people don't want the slushy ones, I think if it's going to be nice. The slushy, but if it's too cold, no one wants a frozen drink.
What's the weather?
No idea.
What's the weather? Have you looked at the weather?
I haven't looked at the weather. Stop it.
I can't. I'm never going to stop. Oh, Sunday looks nice. 62. It's going to be a high of 62 with some sunshine.
That's warm here. It was like the other day,
it's like,
we were driving and it was like 62 out or like 58 and it was sunny and all the kids were like, can we go put shorts on?
And I know. Olive asked if they could get the sprinkler, if she could get the sprinkler out the other day. And I'm like, absolutely not.
It's still 50 degrees outside.
I was walking to my car after work today and it was in the 50s, but the sun was out and it felt warm. And I'm like,
But it does. It's just like the little bit of sunshine. Yeah, they don't have that. They have the cinnamon delights. So maybe we'll do something with those. The cinnamon twist. I do love a cinnamon twist.
Tex won't be happy.
Well, he doesn't need to eat the dessert. He doesn't like dessert.
Something that you can put the cinnamon twist around, or like a drink that you could put a cinnamon twist on top. Like
maybe
a horchata type thing.
Yeah,
like
and some sort of alcoholic.
An alcoholic horchata,
or an alcoholic.
Oh my god!
Cinnamon twist.
Yeah.
Like make it with like a cake batter.
Too Christmassy,
possibly.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna think on this.
Yeah.
We're gonna think on this.
We got to brainstorm.
Yeah, if you guys have any
bit.
ideas, let me know, because the party's Saturday, so this airs Thursday. I got a whole 2 days, which
2 days.
I get back Friday night, so it'll be perfect time. Anyways, it'll be fine. All right. I don't know that this is a joke more than a statement. Statement more than a joke. Which way or the other? Some people are like Slinkies. Not really good for much, but brings a smile to your face when you push them down the stairs.
Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that.
Right?
I can name a few.
Me too.
I mean,
we were having a discussion about some. One more. Anyways, what's a kidnapper's favorite shoes?
What?
White Vans.
Okay, those are 10 out of 10. Were those from our joke teller?
This is from just TikTok.
The TikTok.
I clicked on a hashtag that said dark humor.
Oh, good,
a lot
good
that
job.
are not able to be said.
But speaking of our joke teller, happy birthday to our joke teller.
Oh, yes. He just had his birthday. He
weekend.
did. Yes, we went out
Is
to...
he in his 40s?
Yes, he's Tex's age.
He's in his mid-40s.
I think he's a year younger than Tex. He just turned...
Those
wait, no.
old farts.
Yeah, he may have... Yeah, I think he just turned 42.
Okay. All right. So not quite mid. Still early.
Still early 40s.
But
Tex is about to be mid.
Mid.
Yeah.
I just entered my late 30s.
Yes.
My late.
Me too. I just entered my
Because I felt
late
like 37 was still okay, Jan.
But I am late. But I agree with you. 37 is
mid.
Because
now it's officially late.
Now you're late.
And then
yeah.
you're like, you and Doug are like late.
No, I just turned 39. You give me 6 months, you can say I'm late.
Late.
6
late,
months.
late.
6 months.
6 months.
I need to be 39 and a half.
That's like 4 months.
Shut the fuck up.
I do have some good news for our listeners.
What?
Sage, it wants to come back for a show.
Oh, yes. So we're going to do that?
Yep. Let's give us grace, maybe the end of May or June.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But yeah.
We'll see what happens.
That sounds good. I'm excited.
Ooh, if it's June, we got to do our demon series. Maybe, let's see. Something. Ooh, Snickerdoodle, if you're listening, give me some sort of horror, cryptid, wild, weird, and unknown on the island of Tasmania, because you got the Tasmanian devil.
Oh, yeah.
And that would tie in beautifully.
But the Tasmanian devil's real.
Well, I know that, but it's not like...
Well, yeah, but it's real.
I wish it was.
It's a real thing. When I went into one of the zoos, they were running around. They had that... I don't remember what it's called.
Do they make a tornado around them?
They don't, but they were running in circles where they're mentally not okay. They were like going in the same path.
So they were in distress.
And then they were feeding him chopped up baby chicks.
What?
Like little yellow fluffy chicks.
What?
They were feeding them then. They in a bucket of them just chopped up, and they were throwing them out in front of everybody.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I was scarred.
I don't like it.
Me either. You're welcome for that little bit of information.
Now I'm disturbed.
Yeah, I know. Anyways. Your turn.
Is that me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Lunatic. Podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Rada.
That's still you.
Oh, ready to brew up some lunatic soup? Oh, I'm sorry I killed you just then.
What's so funny is we were both kind of having a meh type of day, and now we're laughing.
Well, of course, it always happens. But my favorite thing is I don't think I normally disturb you to that extent. You usually get me. I got you. I know. And I was there with like my baby. Like it was so scarring.
I mean, cool, the Tasmanian devil, yay.
Anyways, all right, what are we drinking today, Meg?
Oh,
I'm in charge.
Yeah. You did this, and it's
delicious.
You messaged me about this drink yesterday, and you go, we're going to be drinking this all summer long. And yes. I agree. First of all, you all know how much I love orange.
Yeah, orange is your jam.
Like,
not so much me.
Tangerine.
I like orange, but it's not like my fave.
Right, but this...
So this is called an orangello. So not orangecello, but orangello.
Like limoncello.
Yeah. Orangecello. And it is from Bent Dime Winery. So I just did a brand deal with them for my whatever. And I had to make a cocktail and like post a video about it. And I made this cocktail. And that's when I texted her and I was like, I was drinking it while I was making dinner last night. It's just refreshing.
It is
and bright.
So refreshing. Yes, bright is the right word. It's perfect for these first few really sunny days. Mm-hmm. We've got blossoms coming out on the trees. Mm-hmm. Like it's just fresh.
It's fresh as fuck. It has a little bit of champagne and sparkling water and lemon juice. And it is truly
I like it.
It's delicious, you guys. We just chug that right now.
I really could, but I'm not going to.
I know. But it is refreshing as fuck.
No, that's amazing. We're going to have to ration that oroncello.
I know. Well, I have one bottle. I found another bottle of it.
Did you get 2 bottles?
I got 2 bottles because when you were with me when I opened the box, it was just the 3. It was like the 2 lemon and then the orange, and then I lifted it up and there was another one below.
Perfect.
So we have one is open that we're gonna have to drink at a relatively quick pace, and then the other one we'll have to like
savor.
Maybe order
another one.
Or maybe order another one.
This is like if you like an Aperol spritz, it's not bitter.
No, and that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier. Was like I love an Aperol spritz, but it can be very bitter. Or like if there's too much up,
and it depends. Like we talked about this, it depends on your mood. Sometimes I'm a bitter bitch.
I'm a bitter bitch a lot. But this is very like, it's not bitter. It's bright, citrusy, delicious.
This would be really good next to Jamie's pool.
This would be fucking fantastic next to Jamie's pool.
All the kids play, and we have these big sunglasses.
And we just sit.
And we're sitting there. And maybe there's like the men watching the babies in the pool, so we can just sit there with the big sunglasses.
That is the key. The men watching the kids in the pool. Then that is the key to the relaxation.
Yes. Or we would leave them kids at home.
I was just about to say that. That actually seems like the better idea.
Mom, can we come over for a play date?
She's like, yeah, please don't bring your fucking kids. She's like, bring the wine, don't bring the kids.
But she's going to be out there with us with the big sunglasses.
Oh, yeah, she will. Oh, absolutely. With her gardening magazines. And that's the way to her heart.
I still need a garden tour.
You do.
I still need a garden
You got to
tour.
ask her next time we're there.
Champagne.
Yeah, that's the best. That is the best. All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Megan?
Today is a wild, weird, and unknown.
Dun, dun, dun.
We do have some good ones in the tank. You told me about one that we're doing a reverse. We're going to be doing a reverse soon.
We discussed this before, but me doing... I haven't done one for a very long time, but I had almost like said I was going to whip it out today, and then I just was like, no, I need to get the rest of the information. But basically, it's about mushrooms.
Yeah, and then I'm actually really curious about this.
I think, if anything, it'll just be a takeaway of how insanely cool mushrooms are at the end of the day, but how much they tie into spirituality and
that's what I want to know, because I don't know.
Oh my God.
I know that connection a little bit, I think, but I don't.
Insane. How, a lot of everything that we know was created from people taking mushrooms, from spirituality. Like,
that's crazy.
Which is insane. And there's so much. Anyways. So
But we got Tataria coming up.
Yes, I'm excited about that one.
I
feel like Tataria, I read something that ties Tataria with mushrooms too. I need to go back and look at what I was looking at.
Yeah, make sure if you see that, tie that in.
I will, because I did see that. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was on TikTok because I was like looking at like what people were posting there about it.
And then I almost thought about doing the Chris Blitz episode today because his prediction is supposedly coming up in Easter. But then I looked into that. It's not Easter.
Oh.
It's not Easter. It's in the fall.
Oh.
And he even knows it.
Anyways, we have some fun different things coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited. We were just talking about a Redneck Yacht Club episode.
Which haunted things.
I love it. But that was my favorite episode series last year.
Me too. We had a good time with that
was
one.
A good time.
What story did we tell? And it was Haunted House.
Was it the Snedeker? No, it wasn't the Snedeker.
It was
Smurl. It was
the
Smurl.
Yeah, that was. We did a two-parter.
A two-parter.
Yeah.
The Snedeker we did sitting in your bed upstairs drinking wine.
Yes, that was the best.
And then the Smurl was on the Redneck Yacht Club, and it was like this perfect summer day.
It was beautiful.
The children were swimming in the pool, and your parents were watching them, which was the best part.
And my
Tex.
husband. I was going to say my husband.
Was there.
Yeah,
Tex was there. He was probably.
And we got Taco Bell.
Them. We did get Taco Bell.
It was delicious. Any good moments end with Taco Bell or start with Taco Bell? I don't know. Taco Bell is life.
And we had that alien rosé.
Yes. Yeah. Damn. That's why also we were drinking rosé all day.
I need some.
Oh, that reminds me that I have some frosé in the freezer I saved for you that I made in that
for
machine.
Me?
Yeah, and it's been sitting there this whole time.
It's a wild, weird, and unknown, and it's I lived in a haunted house. Now, we've done haunted houses before, but like there's so many stories, so who cares? And it's our show.
I mean,
there's we want.
Endless amounts of haunted.
Endless.
Like
endless.
Yeah.
All right. You want me to start?
Yes.
All right. So this is from Former Retail Lackey. That's what their name is.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what their name is on Reddit.
Okay.
I got all mine from Reddit today. So my grandparents own a house out in the country that they don't live in. It's an old Cape Cod style house built in the 1920s or 30s. It belonged to my grandpa's aunt who passed it on to him when she died. Growing up, I had many memories of the house, both fond and spooky. As a kid, even as an adult, I'd sometimes see the ghost of a man in overalls, usually in the morning and usually staring in through the bathroom window. Ugh. When I'd stay the night as a kid, I'd sometimes hear footsteps walking up and down the stairs. I'd sometimes get an uneasy feeling at night there, or if I was there by myself even during the day, it just felt like I was never alone. Fast forward to after I graduate college. I had just turned 20 and got a job not far from my grandparents. We decided I would rent the house from them. They had someone to watch over the place, and I had a place to stay. It was a win-win. I knew before moving in I'd likely experience some paranormal activity, as was the norm anytime I stayed the night as a kid. But still, I loved that house. I was excited to move in and not only bask in my childhood memories of being there, but to create new ones. Because of my paranormal experiences there, and at other locations during my childhood, I grew up fascinated with all things paranormal, even becoming an amateur ghost hunter in college.
Oh.
The first night of me living there included a blizzard. It was near Christmas, and my parents were up visiting. Everyone stayed in town with my grandparents except for me. I was joined in the house by my parents' aging Cocker Spaniel, which was our family dog since I was about 7. I had moved in all of my stuff by this point and was sleeping in one of the 2 upstairs bedrooms, the same bedroom I'd slept in as a child. Nothing too out of the ordinary, just some creaks and sounds from the old house settling. Things overall started out fine. I'd occasionally hear a few footsteps going up and down the stairs every so often and would sometimes be frightened by the ghost of the man in overalls during my morning bathroom routine. But it wasn't enough to drive me out of the house. As time went on, more paranormal happenings began to occur. I'd sometimes hear the distinct cackle of my grandpa's aunt who passed away when I was a toddler.
Whoa.
I'd have some memories of her. She lived in the house with her sister over the years, and she died in 1993. The cackles caught me off guard, but I felt a peace knowing that she was likely harmless. Soon more things would occur, more voices, not only the cackling, but the sound of another woman weeping. I'd sometimes hear whispers and full-on conversations. One evening, I woke to find a woman with a decrepit face and sunken-in eyes lying next to me in the bed, staring at me and smiling, looking like she was holding in laughs. It disturbed me. No shit.
That'll get ya.
I woke up one time and there's this old woman standing next to the bed, but it wasn't like she must have made sure I felt peace or something.
Do you remember that's what connected us? We both saw the old hag, and it was something that had happened to both of us around the same time, and it was wild.
And I literally said, I don't have time for this. I'm tired, and rolled over and went back to sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had that. I didn't have that reaction. It fucking terrified me. I almost died. I was literally...
One day, I decided to bust out the old tape recorder I used in college during my ghost hunts. Each tape was 90 minutes in length, and I was planning to be out of the house for several hours to visit my grandparents in town. I recorded a quick intro and left. I returned in the early evening hours to find the red record light still on. Puzzled, I hit stop, rewound the tape, and listened back. I heard myself giving the quick intro, the door to the house closing, and my car turning on. A few seconds pass, and I hear a few clicking sounds. The next thing I heard was me walking up the stairs and picking out the recorder before pressing stop. On another day, I took photographs around the house. I have a bit of a sensitivity to the paranormal, so when I get a creepy feeling, I'd snap a picture with my flip phone of where I felt like it was coming from. In the photos were many orbs, which I'd never given much thought to. However, in the bedroom I was staying in upstairs, I captured the photo of a woman by the window. She was wearing a white nightgown and hair covered her face. She was facing directly toward me and stood in front of the white curtains. In another photo, what appeared to be the head of a German shepherd was captured hovering over a chair in the corner by the closet.
Absolutely not. No.
I asked my grandparents if anyone ever owned dogs on the property. They said no. My stomach sank. The disturbances got so bad in that house that I moved from the upstairs bedroom to the downstairs one and kept the doors to the 2 upstairs bedrooms closed. I'd rarely entered those rooms after that point. It got so bad that I had to blast a record player about as loud as I could to drown out the noises I would hear while doing laundry in the basement. As any time I would do laundry, I would hear footsteps upstairs as well as voices. That was my laundry routine. Put in a heavy metal record and hit play. Thankfully, there were no neighbors nearby to file a noise complaint. Ooh, this is a long one.
It is, but
this
also,
is
like, they had a lot of shit.
A lot. Every so often, I would level with the spirits at the house and tell them I'd try to respect them if they'd return me the favor and stop being so nosy. I did that on 2 or 3 different occasions, and the noises would usually stop or slow down for a while before picking back up and sometimes getting worse. I would often hear tapping coming from the outside of the house, usually during the winter months. They'd often come in threes. Many nights I'd lie awake in bed and hear weeping from the bedroom directly above me, along with the footsteps and conversations. I began to drink to cope with the experiences and found I hated it much less and was much less frightened by the ghosts when I was drunk.
Same, bro.
Good Lord.
Same. I have all the confidence once I'm drinking. Maybe not the best way to cope.
Probably not. One night I was awoken by a large thud. It shook the entire house. I looked at my phone. It was 3 a.m. I decided it wasn't worth to get out of bed, as that likely is what the spirits wanted. I notified my grandpa of the incident the following morning, telling him maybe an animal fell in the air ducts or something. We searched and found nothing. I typically didn't tell them of all the paranormal happenings. I didn't want to burden their conscience. More time passes and the activity keeps getting worse. I decided it's now or never to banish whatever it is in the house. I had told the spirits a few nights prior that they won't be welcome if they continue to be so noisy. Again, it quieted down for a couple of days before picking back up and getting worse. I refrained from touching booze for about a week and focused on praying. I prayed,
Jesus.
I prayed to God to give me strength, and I felt and to bless the crucifix I had in my possession. After a week passed with the activity worse than it has ever been, I decided to perform a makeshift exorcism on the house.
That's a great idea.
I grabbed the crucifix from the wall and my Bible and began to rebuke whatever was in the house. I opened the Bible and began to read. I read throughout the house, prayed to our Father in every room, and made the sign of the cross with the crucifix. Basically, every cliche exorcism piece you'd see in horror movies.
Oh, God.
I began in the basement. I went upstairs to the living room and the dining room, my downstairs bedroom, the bathroom, and the 2 upstairs. The air was thick as I made my way back downstairs to the kitchen and to finish the exorcism. And the air was even more heavy in there. The lights dimmed and to a dark brown, even though they were just turned on. They didn't shut off. They just dimmed and flickered. My heart started racing, and I continued to read scripture and command whatever it was in the house to leave. I saw my dead aunt and what I believed to be her sister. They were holding each other and looked scared. Soon after, the man in overalls appeared behind them, and a 4th figure appeared in the corner behind that man. I told them all to leave the house and never come back. The 2 women vanished first, and then the farmer, until there was just the 4th figure. He was tall and shadow-like and appeared with a cape. The lights were still dim, and I commanded him to leave while holding the crucifix up. It sounded like the wind rushed through the house, and finally it vanished and the lights returned to normal. I've never had another paranormal activity in the house, but moved several months later to be closer to work. That experience forever changed me. That's interesting.
Very, like...
Do we believe it?
I don't know, because I find the ones that always blow my mind is, like, I mean, I guess things move on, but I find that typically things, if they're, like, you know, poltergeisty and very, like, whatever, it's, like, they're there for a while, but also at the same time, I don't know that for sure. I don't know.
There for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, true.
But I don't know, would a makeshift exorcism work?
Probably the fuck not. I feel like that's kind of like, don't fuck with a Ouija board. Like, you have to have your intentions correct, and, like...
Yeah.
I would think that
you'd have to be pretty damn confident.
But also, an exorcism for a ghost, not a demon. Exorcism or demon, that's a demon
and
thing.
And it's typically for possessions, which I guess a house
could be.
But he said it was his aunt and some guy in overalls and some 4th thing. Who knows?
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But, like, who created the rules?
No one. And that's...
Right.
That it could be anything.
Yeah.
I mean... We know that. Who created the rules? Great question.
The church.
Someone did.
Yeah.
All right. I lost the story. I've spent the whole time trying to re-find it, which was really good. But I found it literally at the very end. I was like, God damn it. Y'all have to forgive this person's writing. I can already...
But
it was a good one. So anyways. So I've used to think I've only had one paranormal experience, which happened recently. But thinking back, I've actually had 2. back in the 1990s, my parents owned a cabin
back when?
out in the 1900s.
Way back then in the 1900s.
1900? Nope.
What?
1990s, 1990s. Why would you say it? How could you say it like that?
The 90s?
Yeah, the 90s, but whatever. I was trying to make it sound old. Anyways, my mother and sister would go. Oh, so it's a cabin back in the Virginia woods, and my mother and sister would go and stay there. West Virginia Mountain Mama. My mother and sister said the cabin was haunted, but I never believed it. They claimed that in the middle of the night, something would open and lock the doors, and it would wake my sister up, open the locked doors, and they would wake my sister up with the doors being wide open. My mother said either someone had the keys to the place and was tormenting them, or the cabin was haunted. I laughed it off and never believed in the supernatural. Then one winter, I had bought a four-wheeler. Then one winter, I had bought a four-wheel drive, and it was supposed to snow the night before, and I thought it'd be cool to drive out to the cabin and camp there during the winter storm. Sounds like a great idea.
I mean, well, hang on. Alone?
Yeah.
As long as I don't lose power.
Okay.
Buy my onesie. Mm-hmm. Got everything I need. Mm-hmm. Got my books.
Yep.
Maybe some rosé.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a great time.
For me, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I got there, and it was very cold, so I lit a fire, but it wasn't warming the cabin at all. I remember the stories, and I locked the doors and double-checked them and went to bed with my clothes on under a heavy blanket. I fell asleep, and I had a terrible nightmare. I dreamed that I was woken up with the wind blowing in the bedroom, so I walked into the main door, and it was wide open with snow on the floor. As I walked into the room, I turned, and there was a tall, demonic creature with shiny black skin, glowing red eyes, standing to my right, and then I woke up. Okay, so this is still part of his dream. I laid in bed for a few minutes, and then I realized that it seemed like it had gotten colder, and I decided that the fire must have gone out. I walked into the main room, and the door was wide open, and the outside porch light was shining, illuminating the snow that had blown in on the front door. And I suddenly realized the dream was coming true, and I panicked and turned to my right, but it was pitch black, and I couldn't see anything. I fumbled for the light switch like a crazy person, and when the light came on, there was nothing there. I walked over to the open door, looked out, and there was about 2 inches of snow on the ground. There were no footprints to be seen. The fire was out, so I decided to just pick up and go home. Never spent the night there again.
Fair.
Valid.
That part, yes.
But that also is fucking creepy. That is creepy. You saw that in your dreams.
And then you wake up.
And then you wake up, and it's that.
Yeah, we're just going to go.
And he's just like praying to God that you don't see.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Can you imagine the walk from the cabin to the car?
No.
No.
You mean the sprint.
The sprint.
Like
you don't even see a trail.
No,
it's
just a fly. No, the fuck no. Someone commented and they said, just don't read the book in the basement alone and you'll be fine.
Fair advice. Good advice.
Yeah, people are like,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
All right, story number 2. 3. 2 for me.
Twofer.
A twofer. I live in Capitol Hill, Denver, by Cheeseman Park. We've talked about Cheeseman Park. Mm-hmm. I have had so many paranormal experiences. It is mind-blowing. My sister is a medium, but I didn't even believe in ghosts until I started working at the Denver Botanical Gardens. I'm not going to elaborate because that merits its own thread. Highly recommend reading up on both the gardens and Cheeseman Park. Cheeseman Park, I believe, is that one that was a cemetery that they kind of we bulldozed over.
Yeah, we covered that on Haunted Denver, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can still find some tombstones, and there was bones poking up, so they had to go back and excavate. It was a whole thing.
It's not acceptable at a playground.
No, and that's the one where at night it said that
the swings will.
Yeah, basically it's people playing in the park that are they dead. They did. One of my apartments near Cheeseman was so haunted that I couldn't keep glass in there because it would keep flying off the shelves. The elderly lady upstairs from me had died a year prior. She was single and nobody found her until a week later. My neighbor used to help her run her trash out and had offered to take her cats after finding out she passed. The paramedics wouldn't let her because the cats had started to eat her and they needed to euthanize them. I don't think she was the ghost bugging me. I got the vibe it was an angry man, but that is how much spooky energy is circulating around my neighborhood. I lasted a year in that apartment. Okay. Why would they have to... Wait, but why? Is it because they had the taste of human flesh?
It might be, or just...
I
don't know. Yeah.
But...
I know.
Why? Nope, I'm not going down that road.
And I don't know that I want to know. Nope, I don't think I want. I don't.
No, because I just had a mental image, and I don't want to. I don't want. That's two terrible mental images I have had now in one episode.
I'm sorry about the first one. That was my bad. Let me give you a good one.
Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, I thought you were done. Oh, my bad. I thought that was it.
My parents' house is haunted too. They live in a ranch an hour south of Denver. I got hit by a car while riding my bike and had to stay at my parents' house for a few weeks. When they moved in, they converted the wood shop of the husband of the cattle rancher who lived there into a spare bedroom. I was sleeping in that room. I was on a ton of painkillers and kept having really intense dreams that an old cowboy was storming, maybe staring at me through the wall and beating me up. He was angry and it was scary. I was freaked out, so I slept on the couch outside my parents' room after that. I assumed it was the painkillers. I didn't believe all of that at the time. Mm-hmm. But I talked to my sister and she told me, oh, I know who that guy is. I see him all the time. He's nice to me because I take care of the horses and he loves horses. We told the lady who lives in the neighboring property, and she said, sounds like Clay, Diana's husband. He killed himself on the property. He loved horses and got arthritis so bad that he couldn't ride anymore, so he shot himself. Clay is still around, staying in the same room recently. I tried to do some yoga and got so scared and uncomfortable that I had to leave. Like I was being chased out of the room. Pictures fall off the wall and shatter all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's
a good one.
I mean, that's valid and some... Mm-hmm. I mean, the first apartment one, okay. Then I'm like, but does he maybe have them having multiple places with that many haunted situations?
I mean, it could be that he's just a lighthouse and everything's attractive
that's
to
where
him.
My head goes. Because that's like, there are some things that people are attached to the land or that, but then we know that it's also
the land,
the land. But then sometimes it's also
It's the person.
It's the person.
Yeah, because they're everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah, 1,000%. Now I got to figure out how to find the one I saved.
God damn it.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, I would like to say that Doug tried one of the other ciders that Chad and Vanessa, because they sent 3 of each.
Yeah.
And he said it was really good.
Oh, good.
So I don't know if they're the same, obviously.
Which we meant to be drinking one of those now, then we accidentally...
whoopsie doodles.
Then we accidentally did this one.
But we have a good backlog of ciders.
We really do. God damn it. I pressed the save button and now it's gone. How does that happen?
Diamonds.
That was such a good one, too. I wonder if I can go back. How do I go back? God damn it.
And now you're back. From
now I want to cry. That was such a good one.
I like it when I don't have to be doing all the reading because I get to sip.
Okay. I found it.
Sipper.
Okay.
Found it, everybody.
So this is a friendly ghost.
I love a friendly
Me too.
Ghost.
Love a friendly
Casper,
ghost. Mm-hmm.
The friendly
kind of like Pickle
ghost,
Rick,
the friendliest
who would just fuck with us, and then if you tell him to stop, he's like, okay, fine. Like he's just here. This guy says, so it's J God Winez. Who knows? I'm living in. Someone said, what's your haunted house story?
No, Venus is your sister.
No, this is Winaz.
Oh,
I don't know. He says, I'm living in one now. He's a good guy. Old man by the name of Peter. He died a lonely, sad death. The landlord I rent from told me his story.
Aww.
He had a wife who died from suicide. He had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. The boy went off to Iraq, died in the war. His daughter died from a drug overdose.
Stop.
Okay, I didn't realize. I read the cute part. This part's not cute. He haunts this house, harmless, but a little mischievous at times.
I love a little mischievous ghosty.
He loves my dog, Odie. He and Odie play around from time to time. I'm watching TV, and Odie will be in the chair with me. Odie's ball will roll by, and Odie will jump out of the chair and chase it. He goes, I live alone, by the way.
God, I love that so much.
Sometimes I catch Odie standing in front of the closet, ball in mouth, wagging his tail, and the closet is where they found his body. He had a heart attack. Jesus Christ. Peter and I have an understanding, and I respect it. As long as I don't bring green dishes into the house, they don't get broke. LOL. Don't ask me why, but he doesn't like green dishes. Cups, pots, or pans. Maybe. I got a green dinnerware set for Christmas once. I had them nicely placed in the cupboard and came home one day, and they were all on the kitchen floor broken. Shrug, he says.
I love this story. I love this story.
I know. I had purchased a small green crock pot. Odie and I are asleep one night, and I hear a crash. We run out to the kitchen, and the crock pot is on the floor. Odie runs back to the closet and stands there with his ball wagging his tail. No more green dishes, no more breaking his distance. And then people started asking him some questions, and he said, when Peter is a little mischievous, I will yell at him, Peter, please stop it. You need to go be with your family and kids. Go to them. And he will stop for a couple days. But then he and Odie will start messing around again. And I'm not sure why he won't cross over to be with his family. For some reason, I get the feeling he really likes it here with me. And honestly, I don't mind him. As long as there's no green anything, things are relatively peaceful.
We would have a hard time in my house.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, yeah. Your house, he would not like it at all. He goes, I really want to know why he dislikes green, but I think
I had to do with his wife.
Maybe. I think I'm going to go buy a green pillowcase or something and see what happens.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
I know.
First of all, the dog's name, Odie, like Garfield.
I skimmed the story and didn't read the devastating. I just saw him playing with the dog and I was like, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
But
I still, that's still, I mean, it's tragic for him, but Peter sounds like he's having a okay time in the afternoon.
A pretty good time. And he's happy there. And the guy is happy with him being there, which I feel like is, a lot of times they just want to be acknowledged. They want whatever.
All right, this one is, so the question was, do you live in a haunted residence? And this person says, I have. I still own it, but I rent it out. It started out as my butt getting pinched when I was alone. It happened to my sister and brother's girlfriend as well. Ooh, a frisky. He would also push my elbow when I did the dishes. It was the strangest thing. One night, I had all my lights turned off and sat in my kitchen watching the lightning. It wasn't the first time I smelled cigar smoke, but this time an apparition appeared by the kitchen sink. I could see a faceless man, gray hair, wearing a pair of jeans and a flannel shirt. Before any details of the face appeared, he dissipated. I wasn't scared, but it felt very surreal. He continued his butt pinching and elbow pushing shenanigans here and there. Once I was in bed and thought I saw him by the door. I was talking to my neighbor, and she confessed to me she thought her house was haunted. She told me they would smell cigar smoke, and her daughter saw an old man in a flannel shirt sitting by the bed. Then he disappeared. He would also lock them out of their bedroom and blast the stereo. Her grandson, who was still a baby, would point to the water heater and cry. He would try and get away from there like there was somebody scaring him. We shared a ghost. She spoke with the previous owner of the house about it, who said the description sounded like her father. He had passed away while repairing the hot water heater in the laundry room. His wife went to the hardware store to pick up the part for him, and when she came home, he had accidentally been electrocuted while working on the hot water heater. So he was still there.
Oh.
Wild. All of these seem to be like an actual person that's still haunting the residence, like somebody who had lived there and is still there. But that's interesting.
That is interesting. Aww. But I don't like that. No. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Which one was it? This one or this one? I had one that was a fucking Tacoma one, and I cannot find it anywhere, and it's actually pissing me off because it was so good. Okay, fine. I hate this. All right. So this one says, I actually have two. There's a campground that my family always went to when I was younger, super small and not much to it. It had a trail that you could take from the swimming lake to the river, and lots of people used it for canoeing or swimming. Some of us were following it when we saw a guy around 14 or so with his dad. They passed up and loaded down with gear and went down around the bend. We were maybe 60 seconds behind them, and we went around the bend, and they were gone. Not even 5 minutes later, they came up behind us again. There was no way they could have passed us and then be behind us again. Loop. My cousin forgot her towel, and we went back to the beach with her because she thought she was kind of creeped out, understandably. And they were gone again. But they were back in the same spot when we came back. I'm almost 99, so that was like part of it. Then I'm almost 99% sure my childhood home was haunted. We would always hear weird knocks on the walls and stuff. And things went missing a lot. Electronics became unplugged, and long before we even had pets inside. When I was about 16, I swear I heard a ghost in my old bedroom. It was a younger boy, maybe 4 or 5, and he had black hair and a bowl cut and big eyebrows. Or big brown eyes. I read that way wrong. My bad.
Eyebrows, brown eyes.
Yep, wearing a striped t-shirt and jeans. People say that I was just tired and imagined him, but I can picture him perfectly 20 years later. Every dog we had later on would occasionally sit on my bed and growl or snap at the spot where I saw him. And so someone commented and was like, it sounds like that first one's a residual haunting. And I was like, that is, maybe they
stuck on a loop.
Yeah, maybe they like drowned where they were going or something, and that's like, which I don't like that. That's sad.
I mean... Right, but maybe they're still enjoying their day.
But also we know that even a residual haunting might not even be...
It's not
like
even them.
It's the imprintation of like that. Yeah, I don't know. And that's not necessarily fully the house. It was half house, half that.
Yeah.
But
That was a good one, though.
yeah.
My childhood home was haunted for certain. It had moods. It had its moods where majority of the time everything felt very calm and cozy, but would go through periods where it felt like you were walking on eggshells. It was during these times things got pretty spooky, whistling, singing, things falling from the shelves without cause. And as a child, I would see figures often around the house. There was also a room within the house. Me, my sister, and my mom absolutely refused to enter. And it was, the one specifically was the back bedroom. Despite it being right above the kitchen and next to the bathroom, it was always deathly quiet in there, and the feeling of being watched was never far away. You always felt you were intruding someone's private space if you went into that room, and if you stayed in there for too long, it would make sure to kick you out. What intrigues me is that my dad felt completely fine in there, so my suspicions about it perhaps being something like infrasound were thrown out. The house had a history. It used to be a dairy farm adjacent to a graveyard, but when rebuilding took place, the graves were moved to a nearby Baptist church.
Not
where
good.
The tombstone lines
Not good.
the wall,
Not good.
right? It's not uncommon to find a lot of cow bones or pottery around the garden. A lady also died sadly of cancer in the house, and an apple tree she planted still grows here. All of these things add up to, I guess, a haunted house. All of those things do add up to a haunted
they
house.
do add up.
But that's life, right?
Yeah.
So life adds to a haunting.
Yeah. But
Maybe?
it does.
But it does.
It does.
Because it's good, it's bad, it's experiences, it's trauma, it's
all of the things.
all of the things that we've had this discussion a lot the last couple of weeks, that life is sad and life is tragic and it's life.
It's life. Well, life is lifing.
Life is life.
Unfortunately.
But you have to pick out the good with the bad. That's the part.
That is
the key.
I mean, that is the part.
That is the crux.
You can't have one without the other.
No.
There has to be a balance, and I hate it.
One more? You want to do
Yeah.
one more?
I'm just trying to. Okay.
I have one more, but if you have one.
No, I have one.
Okay.
Yeah, I have multiple. I just was trying to find the one that I really wanted to do, but I don't know how I lost it.
We'll save it for the next haunted house.
Well, yeah, but who knows? I won't if I ever find it again. It was about this house in Olympia, and they found stuff hidden in the walls. And I cannot fucking find it. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know how I had it in the first place and then lost it. Anyways, all right. The mirror that wasn't a mirror is what it's called.
Never fuck with a mirror. Never fuck with a mirror. Or as my daughter would say, mirror.
So I inherited my grandmother's house after she passed. The house was old but not creepy until I moved into the bedroom that used to be hers. There was an antique mirror mounted on the wall.
An antique wall mounted on the wall.
That was a me problem. And the first time I walked past it, something felt delayed. Like my reflection wasn't quite synced.
Oh.
I don't like
That's cool.
Yeah, but also
that's cool.
Mirrors are scary. They can be scary.
because you don't know what's looking back.
Yeah, and they can be portals. They can be,
It's okay. They don't need mirrors anymore. You know what they got?
Yeah, no shit.
Phones. Computers. Both of which are staring at us right now.
Right, and taking all the pictures. It's
Do you want to go into the conspiracies? Because this could be a 5-hour episode.
No, I don't want to do that. That's too much reality for me. That's not a fucking conspiracy. That's real shit.
Right?
No, it's real.
I know.
I hate it.
I know.
Anyways, okay, so walked past the mirror and his reflection wasn't quite synced. At first, he brushed it off. And then one night, I walked past the mirror and glanced over and froze because my reflection didn't move, but I did. But in the mirror, I was still standing there, looking straight ahead. A full second passed before the reflection caught up, and after that, it got worse. Sometimes the reflection would turn its head slightly before I did, or smile when I wasn't smiling. I've heard people talk about this kind of shit before, though, like in the Appalachians. I don't know where he lived, but the next morning...
Goodness.
So I decided to put a sheet over the mirror.
Fair.
The next morning, the sheet was folded neatly on the floor. I don't know if I believe that. And the mirror was completely uncovered.
Maybe it fell.
I got rid of it and sold it for $20 on Facebook Marketplace just to get it out of my house.
How dare you?
And I got a message a few weeks later from the buyer. Who knows if this is real, but saying, hey, has anything weird ever happened with this mirror? And I never replied. But also, like,
mirrors.
I don't know that I would sell it. I would just take it to the dump and not be the one that breaks it.
Well, That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because how are you not going to break it?
Move it outside.
No, what you do is you put it in a bag and you put it in your garbage can, because then the truck is what breaks it.
Yeah. Anything that's like not you doing it, but get it out.
When I cleanse my house, I pay special attention to any sort of screen.
Yep.
TV, iPad, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the mirrors.
I do a lot of extra time on my mirrors, but
I do a lot of extra time on
mirrors
my mirrors.
are.
I have this beautiful mirror in my downstairs bathroom that someone in the neighborhood gave me, and I almost didn't take it.
Yeah.
And I left it outside in my garage for quite a few weeks, and I cleansed the shit out of it. It's like one of the only like that type of thing that I own in my house. It's a beautiful mirror. I love the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's anything weird with
No.
it. But I took the time to really cleanse
Just know
it.
that of all the things in life, antique mirrors are not anything I plan on bringing into my home.
We should go.
No, we shouldn't.
We should go
shouldn't.
to an antique store where there's so many of them around here, and we should bring some equipment and just like go through it just on our own. Like just go and
we
see if
should.
we can find haunted objects.
We should take our AirPods and take our Ghost Tube app.
Yeah.
And just like record us, like have it in our ear so that other people can't hear
Yeah,
it.
like
but
incognito. Like
wander.
there's so many around.
Oh, in
like
Sumner, there's that one in Sumner. I worked with at one
Enumclaw.
point.
There's a 2-story one in Enumclaw.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'd be down for that.
The one in Enumclaw, there's a really nice winery right there.
Isn't there? Is that the one with the speakeasy inside of it?
No, that's across the street.
Oh.
But that is there.
I was really hoping for that one.
I mean, we can do both.
Okay.
Why not both?
Something with booze. Not that I like booze. Both
No, you
kinds.
don't.
Boo.
No, I want to do that. I want to do that.
That would actually be fun.
My daughter keeps trying to convince me. She's this, it's all the rage right now. All the rage right now with the teenagers. Let's go thrifting. Let's go thrifting.
I can't.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's like, what? I'm like, why do you want to wear dead people's clothes? She's like, they're not dead people. I'm like, they probably are.
I think it's amazing that people are able and want to recycle clothes. And I think good for you.
It scares the shit out of me.
I just don't want other people's energy on things.
I don't want it.
That's how I feel.
I don't. Well, yeah, I know it's fast fashion when you go to like
Anywhere,
Target
but
or whatever
yeah.
to buy clothes that are cheaper, but I don't.
It's not for me. It's not mine. Not for me. I'm good without it. I will survive. Hey. So there was a story that got brought up that is something that I feel like we need to, not brought up, but that I found. I'm going to open it, but it is a house that I've always wondered about here in Washington.
Here?
And I was unaware that it was haunted. And it popped up because I was trying to
house?
find local P&W like ones just because I was like trying to
The
make it
P&W.
local. But I failed epically. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Well, can we reach them? Can we get a
Sorry,
hold of
that
them?
item was not there. Hang on. It's the
I got
Capitol Hill Demon House is what it's called.
Oh, I know this one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know, so things popped up about this one. But
But that's
it's,
up in Seattle. That means we'd have to go to Seattle.
no. But we just do like the episode. So it's this thing. It's the house that they light up that you can see from the freeway, is what they're saying.
Oh.
Do you ever see that one from the freeway? I've only seen it a couple times.
I'm sure I do. But I don't go. That's like North Seattle. Like when you go past like Seneca Street, I usually get off at Seneca Street and go to where I'm going.
Well, they're saying that, I don't know if it's the same thing, but they're saying that it is haunted as fuck.
I'm sure so many things up there are, because you had the Great Seattle Fire. You had so much going on.
Oh,
there's so much
Okay.
trauma up there and in Tacoma.
I know. I have a lot of theories about all these fires that happen at all these big cities where
Does it have to do with the Daria?
it might. But like, why? This is a story for another day. But like, I started looking at, what was it that I was looking at? Well, I sent you a link about something. It was about the World's Fair.
That has to
Is
do
that
with the Daria.
is that
Yeah.
And it's like, why has every big city had this huge fire that took it down? I'm just saying.
What was it? Yesterday, I went down a rabbit hole. So here's my text messages to Raina yesterday. I had the day off, which is my cleaning day, right? And I said, Raina, help. I'm going down a rabbit hole spiral. I'm all the way back to ancient Babylonian times.
You did say that. I was like, dear Lord.
Does the moon exist, or was it brought there? I have evidence.
I'm very curious about
What
this.
if the Bible actually had some truth, but it's men who just are too pea-brained and thought it was about them? What about ancient texts of the Golem? which essentially is an artificial intelligence. Have you heard of any other artificial intelligence that are controlling the masses these days? This is what I'm texting her, and then I sent her the gift from Monty Python saying, "My brain hurts."
I mean, but also, it is there's some shit.
So much. There's so much, and I'm
shit.
like, you know what? I'll allow it.
I mean, it is one of those things that, again, we've said this, that everything right now is starting to become way too true.
So here you don't believe the moon landing happened?
No, I don't. No. I don't know that I for sure believe it didn't happen.
Okay.
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm like 50 because I feel like it definitely could have happened, but then there are things that seem that don't add up with it.
So I'm wondering if the footage we saw didn't happen, but we did go to the moon and the moon landing did happen. But what if they were told not to come back?
I mean, that would make sense. I just think with the moon landing is like, how do they record them doing that? Mm-hmm. How did that happen? Mm-hmm. That's the kind of shit.
Well, that's why that part, like, I think they went to the moon.
But
the
they
coverage,
recorded it in...
the coverage is not accurate.
Yes. And that's the part that I will go with that.
Because there's supposed to be structures on the moon. And what if they found something there and they were like, don't come back? And then did you hear what's happening tomorrow? Artemis 2 is flying by the moon. And then next year, there's another mission, Artemis 3. And then in 2028, there's Artemis 4, which they're supposed to land on it. And I had a whole fit to Doug today, my husband today. I'm like, they're not supposed to go there. They were told not to come back.
I mean, that makes the most sense to me. So when I say I don't believe in the moon landing, I don't believe in the video that they showed all of us.
The video.
I'm not saying that we didn't go there. Yeah. I don't, like, the video to me is, it doesn't add up. But they're with the technology and the things and that.
And why haven't we gone back?
All of that. So why haven't we gone
So
back?
if we go back in 2 years, we're going to have full coverage.
Full coverage.
Full.
Live, moment by moment. Not, but close. I mean, it's going to be...
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it when they land on the moon. I'm going to watch it, coverage of when they land on the moon.
Like, everyone would be.
Because we haven't been back.
Yeah, everyone would.
We're just not fucking. We just didn't go back.
But is that going to... Do we believe that that's what's going to happen? That's the thing, is like, do we believe that?
And is it going to be pushed out? And what are they going to find there? Do you remember, like, the show we went to that talked about the moon, where we got the name Lunatic Soup? They talked about there's creatures there with, like, wings, and do you remember all of that? And there's, like, structures there, and I do believe that there are structures on the moon, but how'd they get there? This whole rabbit hole that I went down is that there are ancient native stories about a time before the moon and the earth was covered in fog, and then all of a sudden this great thing in the sky appeared, and then we had the tides and the water was drawn off the land and it created the oceans. What if the moon was towed there?
Yeah.
Was like by a Ford?
Yeah.
By a Ford truck?
A Ford truck brought it in there, just brought them on in.
Just brought them on in.
Aliens had their Ford truck out.
Because the moon doesn't behave as a normal satellite. Satellite being like a moon, like a planet.
Right.
It doesn't behave like a normal satellite would for other planets, and it's closer than any other satellite is. So what if it's an actual satellite?
Which makes sense. Also, have you seen in recent years that people will be like, why is the moon over here? Like, why is the moon look like it's not in the right spot? Or like things like that. Or what about the face on the moon, the man on the moon? Have you ever seen that shit?
What if it's like the Truman Show?
I mean, there is that. That's also another.
What if it is just
the
like
Truman Show, but instead of us, but it is way bigger than like the dome he was in, obviously. Like it's on steroids of like, but I feel like that makes the most sense that we are in like a Truman Show-esque thing where what is beyond us is aliens or spirit world or whatever. It's like,
and while I don't believe in the flat earth theory, I can buy that we are just a little blip in a much larger thing that we don't have access to.
1,000%. But
you've seen the maps that I love.
Oh, I love, and those are great maps.
Those are great maps.
I mean, when I was researching this mushroom episode, one of the things they said today was that they were like one of the first things here on Earth, and they split off, and some of them went, well, it's not necessarily the exact mushroom. They're called, it starts with an M. I have to look at my notes, but split off and started being fungi and mushrooms. The other one started being animals and humans.
So we're mushrooms?
We were basically like, this is what, and this is like a scientist talking about it. He's like, this is what it's called. It's the, starts with an M. It's that fucking show, The Fantastic Fungi. I started watching that while I was doing laundry because I was like, I had a bunch of notes and I was like, I want to rewatch that like show or the movie, whatever it is, the documentary before I do the episode. And I only got halfway through, but I'm glad I started it because holy fuck, there was so much I didn't even remember. I had to, you can rent it on Amazon. It used to be on Netflix, but I had to rent it on Amazon.
Oh, it's not on Netflix anymore?
But
it's a new gardening show by Zach Galifianakis coming up next week. And
Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to send you
I want to watch that.
The preview because it's going to be my new favorite show.
Oh my God. That will be anything with Zach Galifianakis. Sign me the fuck up. It starts with an M. They're called M.
Everybody. Tex just walked in. He has some beveraginos.
He's
bringing them
arms,
over to the
arms
fridge.
full of beveraginos.
What kind of beverages?
What'd you get? Oh, he got
his wife some clearly Canadian.
Wait, are those for me or the kids? Yes. You love me. It's non-alcoholic beverages that my kids love, but they're mine. I can't fucking find the name of this thing. Anyways, mycelium.
I was gonna say that's what I thought it was. Yeah,
mycelium, and that is the shit. The shit is wild when you fuck. There's so much about the mushroom shit that like.
Well, and it's written into literature for like forever,
and there's like proven scientific things about it, and so that's the kind of shit that makes you like really think when like there's so much science about it. Mushrooms
we'll
and
have to go into mushrooms. It'll be mycelium.
Well,
and
it's just you just need to watch the documentary. Well, maybe you don't want to, and I'll tell you, but I feel like you should watch it. It's so good. It's wild. Makes your head spin. There's a lot.
I like it. Makes something else that makes my head spin.
I mean, that's it. Just head explosion, like what you were texting. It's like too much in your brain. I can't handle it.
Hurts.
It does. Oh God. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for listening, and let us know if you live in a haunted house, or if you're haunted,
or if you're a mushroom,
or that,
or your mushrooms. Theories on the moon.
All of the above.
All of it.
But most importantly, make sure you go and get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic.
Bye.
Bye.